guys, right, a situation where I was Rikers Island and how racial tension exists between Spanish and black men. Very big, very, very serious. Like Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, they're not together. Blacks and they're like separate. It's not like them niggas don't bond with each other like that. You know what I'm saying? So I remember back in like 2000, it wasn't really gangs. Like it was gangs, but they wasn't organized like that. So I was a neutral, and I found another neutral nigga, and we was running around like running wild. So when at that time in 2002, when I was on Rikers Island, it was like four gang members each. It was a be like four Bloods, four Latin Kings, maybe like four Bloods, three Latin Kings and shit, and neutral. Whoever's a live neutral nigga, it's gonna be part of the team. You gonna make your own team. So I had my own team. It's me and this other neutral nigga, and it had the gang members, it had Bloods, and had Latin Kings in the house. You know what I'm saying? And that house, it wasn't about like a black phone, Spanish phone. So it was like it wasn't really like it was they were gang members, but their gang members knew it was pretty much every man for themselves. So everyone stayed in line. But what happened in that house? I had an issue with some Jamaican nigga. You know what I'm saying? It was over. I think he was trying to act tough with my man. My man from Staten Island. So we ended up jumping the nigga. And they moved. So we jumped the nigga, and they moved us out that house. Then I went to another house. See, it's racial tension. Okay, that house that I came from wasn't no racial tension. It was like everyone knows it's every man for themselves, so everyone's staying in line. I went to another house now. This is another house in C95. And it was kind of like a dope head building, but it had a lot of mad Spanish niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't really like, the Spanish niggas is wild. Well, most of them niggas was on dope. So it wasn't really acting rowdy like that. But it had a few Spanish niggas, like old time Spanish niggas that be having fucking bone crushers. And I got cool one of them niggas, a nigga named JR. So I went to, so also I ain't gonna front. I was me, my man Major from Staten Island. We was running around taking niggas weed and shit, running around in the hallways, taking niggas Jordans and just punking out niggas. You know what I'm saying? Punking out, herbing up, clowning out gang members. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Because it wasn't that many gangs. It was like the gang niggas around our ages, they'll be considered like super big homies right now. You know what I'm saying? Like 40s, them niggas considered big homies. But at that time, that shit just hit New York like that. So it wasn't like niggas and had no status. And that shit wasn't established like that. Blood and Crip shit wasn't established in New York. So it's like most New York niggas that was rowdy and was on some wild shit, them niggas had to pull. You know what I'm saying? Then, so like I said, it wasn't really like, if a nigga, neutral nigga is a real live neutral nigga, he's running shit and he's running shit. So like I said, it wasn't really that really the Bloods and Crips. No Crips. Back in 2001, I didn't see no Crips on Rikers Island. Word out. And if they did, they had every now and then they had a Crip house, but them niggas is scary. They stayed in that house. No disrespect, but them niggas didn't go out the house. They stayed in that house. But so I was on Rikers Island. So I went to another house. So like I said, one of the houses I was in, we jumped some Jamaican nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga with dreads. You know what I'm saying? I felt he was disrespecting my man. So fuck it, we gonna jump the nigga. You know what I'm saying? But in that house, me and my man Major, we was taking niggas weed, we was starting niggas and shit like that. Just me and that nigga. Like I said, it wasn't that many gang members. So it was like, it was easy to start niggas. You know what I'm saying? But these same type of niggas, right? Cause like the new niggas that start coming out the house from 8, when they start turning 12 and 13, they can start recruiting mad niggas that's like 12, 11. They join, go under him. So now these niggas, not saying all, because they had some official Bloods and Crip niggas, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like it wasn't like all the niggas was official, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, all them niggas wasn't official. So the niggas around my age, a lot of them, different official Bloods and Crips, I knew. Like niggas like Brazy and niggas like that's the blood and niggas like fucking Butter from Brooklyn and niggas like Sightbite and the blood niggas like PC. Those were official niggas. Those were official bloods. But this just say well not all the niggas was official. And so, you know, and like I said, the niggas that wasn't official is able to recruit niggas when they come out of jail and they go to the neighborhood and they start recruiting niggas and it's like you ain't gonna know that nigga Buns, you know what I'm saying? But he has recruiting the ability to recruit people. So, you know, a lot of niggas was able to slip through the cracks. So, alright, back to the house I was in. So the next house I went in, it's tension. This is like, oh, this is a black phone, this is a Spanish phone, and I'm on some wild shit. I'm like, I ain't asking nobody. I'm using any phone I want. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going on any phone. You know what I'm saying? And niggas, black niggas is telling me that, yo, that's a Spanish phone. I'm like, fuck that, man. Fuck that. So I'm starting a racial issue. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to use any phone I want. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't going to be saying I ain't going to use this phone because, nah, so I use any phone and they trying to tell the black niggas to talk to me. I'm like, nah, fuck that, man. So I end up popping off on one of the Spanish niggas and I had black niggas riding with me. They was popping on some of the Spanish niggas too. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's how it's getting down. Fuck that. I'm not asking nobody. If I want to use this phone, I'm using that phone, bro. That's how I'm getting down. This is like when I was like 18. I was like 18, 19, 20. And that's how I got down. But like I said, that house it had racial tension because it was like this is a black phone, this is a Spanish phone, and I'm like, the other houses I came from, it wasn't like that. So I'm like, I want to be able to use any phone I want, and I wasn't feeling that energy. And that's how I kind of like started a little race war. So when every house I went to, I was on start some shit with Spanish people shit back in the days. Like what? Y'all niggas trying to run. Y'all niggas saying this is your phone. So you know, I was on some allies with the black shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's how that shit was. You know what I'm saying? But that was back in the days. That was back in 2002, 2003. You know what I'm saying? And that's when there was still a little tension in the air. And I had to be one of them rowdy black niggas. I ain't gonna be one of them soft, humble ass black niggas letting, you know, niggas regulate me. So that's how that was in Rikers Island, man. Word. But like I said, there's racial tension over like phones. And all it takes is one black nigga to have issue with a Spanish nigga, and it's like, you know, it's no more. It's war. It's war. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and I never trusted Spanish niggas. So I always, you know, like I said, I had a few Spanish niggas that was like, I had a Spanish neutral nigga. His name was JR. He had the bangers. And he'll let me run around. He'll let me hold a banger so I can run down on niggas and, you know, take niggas Jordans and shit like that. Cause I didn't know how to make a banger. But the Spanish nigga JR had a banger and he had a razor. So I started running down using his shit to you know, punk out niggas for their weed and shit and Jordans. Word.